Dude, you know a movie? You know what I'm watching in the background?
What?
I'm watching
What?
the newest Mortal Kombat, which I will say I just do not like this movie at all. It's a lot better in mute, visually pretty cool. But you know a movie I watched the night before
What movie?
was the original Mortal Kombat. I don't know if I'm just biased, if I'm just it's a whole '90s thing, but that movie's a fucking banger, dude.
Yeah, but the second one
Jesus.
wasn't very good.
Oh, the second one was comically bad.
But
Like
the
budget
beginning of it,
somehow.
was great when they
It was
killed Johnny
great start.
Cage
I
right
know,
off the
but
bat. Just snapped his neck.
just snapped his dick right off. Dude, I yo, when it fucking starts though, they got a new Johnny Cage. So I remember off the bat, I was disappointed when I saw it. I was like, dude,
I don't
who
even
is this
remember
new Cage? They got just some random dude. He doesn't even have a line. He
Johnny
just gets
Cage.
murdered.
Johnny Cage was always my least favorite Mortal Kombat character.
Why? He's just a gangster.
He's just
He's
like
just like
he's a
just a
douchebag.
little. Well, I mean, come on, that's part of his character.
I just couldn't get over that. I could never pick him.
You know what? Kind of a bitch move, if you ask me. This dude's just doing the splits and then punching you right in the sack.
That's true.
That's literally his
That's a
masculine
pretty
move.
cool. That's a pretty cool move.
Is to do the splits and then punch you right in the sack.
I just
Can
wasn't
you
good at
imagine?
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it was kind of tough. There's always people who were just like
I
nuts
couldn't
at
get
it.
past. I don't think I ever could beat it. I couldn't get past like Goro or whatever,
Yeah.
the guy with like the multiple arms.
Oh yeah.
And then I couldn't get past. Let me see. I'm gonna just do what we said.
Dude.
Put psychedelic visuals and just.
Yo, do you got your screen rolling?
Yeah.
It's not popping up on mine though. Let's get that screen rolling. Oh, there we go. Now it's working.
Okay.
That's a cool little backdrop. Whoa.
Yeah, so I figure while we talk, we can just have this going on. But yeah, in Mortal Kombat, I just I played that one guy who you like press back twice and then forward and then punch, and he shoots out like red skulls.
That was Shang Tsung, son.
Yeah, couldn't he turn into other people too?
Oh yeah, that's him. That's him big time.
I
He's
never
like the
turned him
dude.
into anyone. I just would always spam that.
I'm pretty sure you can do it in the game, but that's some like advanced shit. Yo, there was dude, I feel like with this backdrop we're just like in this sphere at like a Jerry Garcia concert.
Yeah.
We're like, what's that band? Grateful Dead, dude. Or we're just like in a Fish concert right now.
I feel like it's pretty
Or
dope.
we just took acid and
yeah.
That's what's really happening. Dude, the cool thing about the original Mortal Kombat was how they used like a real life Goro. There's no special effects. I mean that's pretty crazy. There's actually this clip where it's like behind the scenes and it shows how they got that whole thing started. It's pretty freaking cool.
You mean in the original ones?
Like in the original Mortal Kombat, the movie, they have a real life Goro. And it's honestly that guy's like he's one of the best parts of the whole movie.
Wow. Yeah. The newest one. Okay, this is
What is this?
royalty free. That's nice. Okay, so that means that means we can put it on and don't have to worry about a strike.
Oh, this thing in the back?
Yeah.
What'd you type in for this?
Psychedelic visuals.
Whoa.
Gotta be psychedelic. Just gotta.
It's dude. It is like I am seeing the black lights now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it just watching it kind of makes it just easier to just talk about shit because it's just like chill. Whoa, that girl turned into a fucking Eiffel Tower.
Dude, this is like some AI shit going on.
Yeah, it probably is it. Yeah, it's definitely AI. It's got to be. but
Oh yeah,
it looks like
just
an
keeps
oil
going,
painting. It looks
dude. I
cool.
feel like we're just getting lost in the galaxy right now.
Yeah. I
We're
feel
just
like we're doing
zoning in.
the Neil deGrasse, Neil whatever, space
Dude, if if
podcast.
if if one of us just had a Neil deGrasse impression on deck, now's the time. You know,
I don't have it.
I'm fresh out.
No. But the guy he does podcasts with is really, really funny.
Dude, there's some existential backdrop
Well,
visuals.
speaking of space, what's your favorite space movie?
Dude, I don't know if you heard it, but there's this movie called Alien with Sigourney
Yeah, that's what I was
with
gonna say too.
with with Sigourney Beaver, you know?
Sigourney's beaver.
With
She's beaving
Sigourney's
out hard.
Beaver,
Beaving out
the
so
whole
hard.
movie.
Especially at the end. She just beeves out of control.
She just she fucking just takes the beef leather and just fucking throws it down.
Her
She just
undies don't
goes to
even fit.
maximum.
She's got like a full bulge beaving.
It's so distracting. So distracting. The bulge, the beef bulge.
Yeah.
I think that's. I'm pretty sure that's factual information. That her nickname on set was Beef Bulge.
I still
Has anyone seen Beef Bulge? She's taking 10.
beefy
Yeah, well,
bulge.
we need Beef Bulge to get back here.
I still can't believe. All right, when we saw that movie in the theaters, there were a
Mhm.
couple of things that I said I hadn't noticed before, and one of them was when they were talking about how the people were going in the spaceship, so they used little kids because the set wasn't big enough. But the other one was when the alien kills the girl towards the end, that he puts his tail like up in between her legs, and then
Mm.
I don't know if I'm thinking this correctly. I think she's wearing her outfit, and then when they find her dead, she's not.
Whoa. So what does it mean?
Just alien just was just getting in there with his tail, man. That's
Alien was just having its way.
oh yeah. I mean, that would be miserable, but it would also be
So what?
miserable
Wait,
just to
which one was that in? Which one?
Alien, the first one.
At the end. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, when the guy and the girl are together, and then the guy gets he gets like tongue punched by it in the back of his head, and then the girl's
Oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
screaming, and the alien like pushes her up
Mm.
against like the locker or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, they show like a close up of the alien. Uh, let's see if I can find it. They show a
Let's see if
close up.
we won't get blocked here, will we?
No. Um, let's see. First Alien movie. Um, okay. So, yeah,
Mm.
this is it. So, we're
Dude, the
just,
quality on this is so much different.
this is horrible quality.
Like, right?
360p.
This might
All
work in
right.
our favor
So,
though.
let's find it.
There she is. There's a beef bulge.
There she is. There she blows. Okay, so I think this isn't the scene. Okay, so
She's having a terrible time right there.
okay. So the alien kills that guy.
Right.
But did they just cut away from? Okay. No, the alien kills him.
He's just getting the alien drool just right in the face.
And then what? Oh, this part. This right here.
Okay. Very aggressive.
Look, you see? Look at her face, too. Look at her
Oh,
face. Look at her face.
no.
But
Oh, alien.
there we go.
Dude, she definitely
We
took it
gotta
right
hear
up
the
the
sound.
pooper. Oh, yeah, this is... This... Oh, my God, dude. Dude, that's a direct shot.
That, like, it's very obvious, right? There's like, what is he doing with his tail? Like,
dude, and I don't even, dude, we can't even confirm if that's even his tail, if you know what I mean, you know?
I know, we don't know. We've never seen
We don't know
aliens
what that
do it.
is.
We know that they have a queen.
Jesus. Dude, it went from they're looking around just thinking. It went from the thinker to the stinker, bro.
Yeah, but
Jeez,
that
man.
movie's
I
a
feel like,
all-time classic.
dude, that's like actually I never caught that.
Yeah,
That's like this is very straightforward.
I know. They wanted to make it a point that alien was just was looking for love in all the wrong places.
Alien was just a real creeper.
Well, if you think about it, maybe then the other people could be bad and maybe the alien was good.
Dude, who knows, man? That was very aggressive. Even the way it goes up, it's just that thing had an angle to it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Or shit, who knows? Maybe she really liked it. Maybe that's a really good way to go out. Who knows? You know?
I mean, there was like a puppeteer or something like that legitimately was like controlling that tail and intentionally made that tail do what it did.
Oh, of course. I just wonder, like, from what distance too, you know? And where that was coming from.
Just
Or if
imagine
that
the
was just
editor.
like a remote control.
So they probably like did those two shots of the alien coming up and then the girl going, like they probably recorded them on different days. And the editor just put it together and he's like, check this out. And like they were laughing about it and then it made it in the final cut.
Dude,
I guarantee.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. The edit, though, is, like, he really zoned in for that one.
Yeah.
Because, boy, that is not, that's not a pleasant thrust happening there by any means.
He could have put a regular scream in, but he put like a...
Yeah. That's a clincher. That's a clincher for sure.
So what about...
It's a tight old clincher.
What about Interstellar? What do you think about that?
Dude, that'd be a good name for some kind of movie. The Clincher.
The Clincher.
The Clincher.
Yeah.
What'd you say? What movie?
Interstellar.
Dude, I don't. You know, man, I wasn't a big Interstellar fan. I know that's an unpopular opinion right there. That's a tough take. I know people are super jizzy for that movie, but I just, dude,
Great
I remember
movie.
leaving the theater and I was just like, I'm not buying it.
Great movie. And, I'm not a huge fan of Hans Zimmer for a lot of movies, but he killed it with the song Time. No, because he did Dune. Remember?
He did Dune. He did Lion King.
I did not.
He's done some stuff.
Whoa. What was that?
Oh, there we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah. That was like playing back what we just said. Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, snap.
You got to plug it in.
Hold on a minute.
We got Gage on the line here. and
Yo,
he
where'd you
is
go?
not with his microphone. His microphone is just not
Hello.
working right now. Let's see. Let's see if we can resolve this.
Hold the
Um,
phone.
leave the chat
We have
and
lost
come back.
connection.
But yeah, I love. I'm just telling him to leave the chat and come back. But yeah, we're gonna come back to talking about Interstellar, and then we're gonna hit on Deadpool as well and talk about that because we just recently saw that. And then this weekend we're
Mm.
gonna see Trap with Josh Hartnett, so we're gonna be talking about that as well. So
Are
stay
we
tuned
there?
while we figure it out. Can you hear me?
Oh, we're back.
Okay. Yeah,
We are back.
I was just holding it down, telling everyone that we're gonna be talking about Deadpool in a minute. But
That's right.
Interstellar, man, Interstellar is great. And Hans Zimmer did the Dune soundtrack. So he's forever in my mind, just stained by that. I just, I could not, like, if I listened to the Dune soundtrack, I just, like, feel sick.
Ah.
Yeah. I just feel like sick. Just makes me
Why do
feel,
you feel sick? What the hell? That's
it
like the most.
just,
It's an iconic song. That means like the worm thing's coming.
no, it doesn't. They play it everywhere. They play it like
Dude,
when he's walking on the sand. They play it when Zendaya is like,
why does it make you sick though? That
it just
we need
they
to dissect this.
they just
Of
play
all the
it. They
words,
play it so much, and it's just it reminds me of like Gladiator. It reminds me of like all these movies where they've already done it. They've already done that kind of like sound, and it's just I don't know. There's something about it that just makes me feel sick.
does it make you feel like an alien's about to probe you in the butt?
No, it doesn't.
Does it make you feel like that?
No. There that's
Pretty
like
close though.
that would be like if I'm horny, then I'll feel like that.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm not really crazy. The Dune thing's pretty cool, but I mean, each franchise has like their own theme, you know. So it's not anything that bothers me. It's just like, oh yeah, that's Dune. And I
Yeah.
think if you hear something, I mean, you can associate it immediately with the movie. I think it's done its job, you know. I'm not like bumping like the Hans Zimmer, playlist by any means, but I'm more of a Danny Elfman guy. I'll be honest
Oh
with you.
yeah,
I like
dude. Danny Elfman's
that's more
great.
my shit. Yeah, Hans is a little more cinematic, but apparently he's doing something right because people fuck with
He's
the
done a
Hans,
lot.
dude.
Yeah, he's done a lot of good things. I just Dune. Dune
Just makes you
splattered it.
just makes you feel like an anal,
The more I think about
the
Dune
alien
and
anal
Dune
probe.
2, I just like them less and less the more I think about them.
You're just not a fan of the movies, huh?
I don't know. I mean, Dune 2 was a really good movie. It had like a full story even though it was like, right in the middle of I assume is going to be a trilogy, right? Um right in the middle, it did it. That's really hard to do. Like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, those are like the only movies I can really think of. And like Child's Play 2.
Mm.
Child's Play 2 was great, but I don't know if you can count that. Um, but yeah, Dune 2 just killed it like that. But it's kind of like, the soundtrack reminds me of Furiosa also. It's like, and I don't know why, but Furiosa was just too long. I didn't. A lot of people really enjoyed it. A lot of people enjoyed Chris Hemsworth's acting. I thought his acting was like too
Threw me
goofy.
off.
It's too goofy, you know.
It was distracting.
And like,
I know what you mean.
why did he take her in like as his daughter or whatever when she literally was trying to kill him in the beginning? You know, it's like,
Yeah,
of course she's
just
gonna
his
betray you.
yeah, even his accent was just unpleasant. It was like I don't even know what it was. It was like not Australian, but like right next to it is like New Zealand or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Um,
A lot of movies these days are just 3 hours long. You just gotta accept the fact that we're gonna be there for a quarter of a day now.
yeah, there are, that's kind of the trend now. But I think it's also because movies, like a lot of things that would be movies, because of streaming services, now they're turning into like full like TV series, right? Or mini series. And I kind of like that, but I think it spills over into the movies too, and they try to do that as well. And there's just like, I was talking to someone the other day about why I like Korean horror so much better than American horror right now, and it's because of character development. And you see in like Furiosa, for instance, they tried to do a lot of character development, but I just didn't care about any of the characters. Did you?
Uh, Not really. Not really. That
No.
one, if I never see that again, I'll be okay. I mean, I think like the first 10 minutes was pretty cool.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes was great. Really
I was
great.
really invested right at like the first, get up. But then once it switched to her growing up and, you know, trying to blend in when she obviously did not, it would have been very obvious. Would have called it out immediately, but as the viewer, we gotta accept these things. But yeah, I mean, the first, the way it started, I was I was locked in for a little bit, but then it just kept going,
Yeah, it just kept
kept
going and
going.
going and going. A lot of scenes drawn out, like when she gets dropped off by the guy, and then instead of the guy just like backing his truck up, for some reason the guy gets out and walks really slowly to her. Remember when she gets out, when he kicks her out of the truck or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
I think she like tries to
Mm-hmm.
steal his gun or something. It just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't really even remember that movie. It's been so long.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I just
It
remember
was
it
just
being really long. But
yeah.
what's your favorite movie of the year so far?
Um, what's this one movie called? Um, fucking. All right, the best movie of the year is Night Swim.
That wasn't even this year,
Have
I
you heard
don't
of this
think.
movie?
Yeah, of course.
It
That's.
wasn't this year.
I don't think so. I
Let's
mean,
see. I mean, you want to talk
no.
about a perfect movie?
Night Swim literally was the reason I got a strike. I got my first YouTube strike or warning because
That's
of
the worst
Night
movie
Swim.
of all time.
Night
Worst
Swim
movie ever
show.
made.
That's my.
Let me make,
That's literally
let me
my
make that
one
clear.
on a scale 1 to 10. That's what I compare everything to. That's my one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. On a scale from Night Swim to 10, what do we
Yeah.
got?
Yep.
When was that movie though? Jokes aside.
I don't know.
Oh, January 5th. That was this year.
Oh wow.
January 5th. Movie of the year.
Wow.
Night Swim.
What a letdown. I think it was
What a letdown.
Blumhouse too. I
All
think so.
right, I think the best movie of the year was Late Night with the Devil. Personally, I think that
Ooh.
I remember when we left that, we were like, "What the fuck?" That was just so good.
Yeah.
That was so good. Everything about it, it was just organic experience, top to bottom. We went into it, we really just saw like maybe one or two ads, didn't know what the fuck we were getting into, and walked out just being like, "Holy shit!"
Yep.
Everything about it was sick.
I think that was a Shutter exclusive. Shutter's just killing it. Other than
Are
in
they like
Violet
the new
Nature.
thing? Oh,
They
dude, did you see what the new update, bro? They're making a second Into Violent Nature sequel is coming, confirmed.
really?
I'm so excited about that, yo. Because think about it, like the first one, a little bit of a slow burn, but what if they take it to like a new
A
level,
little bit
kind of
of a slow burn.
like what if they take it like to like they're like, we got a franchise on our hands here. What if they start making them like Terrifier, where they're more and more extreme, you know? Where they kind of were like, all right, let's see if this thing, let's see if this bad boy can walk. And so it quite
He's like
literally
Jason
walked.
Voorhees.
Huh?
He's like Jason Voorhees. He's literally the
Oh,
same.
yeah. Oh,
So,
yeah.
I mean, that's cool. I think that movie would be a lot better if you were watching it like on fast forward, like 3 times fast forward.
Yeah, then it would be like a 45-minute movie.
Well,
It was a slow burn, but all this to say is that I could see why they got a second one. I could see they're just gonna like up the ante because that's just what happens with franchises. If people are like interested, which it actually did pretty well, you know what I mean? They like set the bar like not too high. They're like, okay, we got something here. There's potential in this franchise. So I'm like really excited because in the second one, they could like, they can take notes from the first one and they can like listen to the feedback that they got from the audience. It was like, okay, shit, it was a little slow. Let's pick it up here and there. So they can make slight adjustments. And then, dude, we might have like a pretty cool franchise, coming out on our hands here.
the second one will definitely be better.
Oh, yeah. You know what I
And
mean?
yeah,
It's
I mean,
going to be for sure.
they've got something. They've got a cool
Hmm.
concept, and they've got something. They got that one really, really cool kill, but
Right.
the movie was just too slow, and then the other kills just weren't as good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I could see the point. I mean, it's interesting too. Like, I do wish that there was, what was it? It was like 2 or 3 scenes where they don't even show the kill. Obviously, it'd been nice to have those. I feel like they played it safe with that. That would have been nice. But then in hindsight too, it's like, okay, maybe they had to do that because some of the other kill scenes are just so intense. They're like, okay, if we keep having intense scenes, and this isn't even going to make theaters. So maybe there's some to that. Maybe they just had to cut some stuff out. I'm not sure, but
Maybe it's just something called budget.
you know,
Yeah, they just ran out of money.
very well could have been that. Very
Definitely
well.
low
I'm
budget.
sure.
Great practical effects.
Ah, man, so good,
But they just
so good, dude.
spent too much time walking through the woods, man.
There's a lot of walking there, and you know what? There's walking. That's what these things do, man. They walk around, and
There
I mean,
was
it'd be
even like
funny
a
if
new there was I mean, there was even more walking than in Watchers.
Oh yeah, that was different though. Watchers was just dog shit. Number Watchers was just they're just all in the house, and every one of them has a thumb right in their butt. That was literally the plot. Like if you were to go on IMDb, it'd be like strangers in the woods in a cabin with their thumbs in their butt. That would legit be the plot description. I'm not even joking. It'll actually say that. It's factual information. But hey, here's the thing too: is I thought yeah, there is a lot of walking, but dude, the cinematography in that thing that was fucking sick, man. I like stuff like that. I don't. That shit like there was a few scenes where he's just like walking through the woods and it's like it just looks crazy. I don't know what filter's going on there or what the hell, but just visually it was like captivating to me. I was like, yeah, we're walking, but these shots are fucking sick. Like it must have just been the perfect day. They just got lucky, They got lucky on that day with just the whole thing, colors, and I just thought that was pretty cool. But there is a lot of walking, and the ending sucks.
Yeah,
The ending was a bummer.
big time.
I thought it was gonna pop out, but they just killed like 20 minutes at the end.
Yep.
They could have done something with that 20,
boring and boring characters. But I'd say so. I know that you're not gonna like this, but my favorite
Uh-huh.
movie of the year
Wait. Let me guess. Hold on. Before you say it, your favorite movie of the year was. Wait a sec.
Are you looking through AMC right now? The movies that
Of
we saw?
course, of course, of course. Your favorite movie of the year was Kung Fu Panda 4.
No, no, I forgot we even watched that.
Imaginary.
No, come on.
Okay.
Awful.
All right, I definitely got it now. Mean Girls.
I didn't even watch that.
All right, hang on one sec. One last guess. This is the last and final one.
No, you get 3 serious guesses.
All right, Despicable Me 4.
No, come on. That's not a serious guess. Okay, you get
It's
2.
so serious. Abigail.
No, but that movie was like it was
I know you
solid
like
6.
that movie.
Solid 6, maybe 7, maybe on a good day.
Hold on.
All right, this is your final
Uh,
guess. You got to guess. You got to guess a really good one. One
all
that we
right.
were blown away by.
Like a really good one?
Well, my favorite movie of the year.
Oh, got it. Ghostbusters. Frozen
Oh,
Empire.
Yeah. All right, you just ruined all your guesses. You just ruined all your guesses. All right.
Which one?
The Fall Guy.
That was great.
The Fall Guy was my favorite movie of the year. Yeah.
Great pick. Really, really a great pick. I actually scrolled over that one like a few times, and I did not think you were going to say that. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I saw
gave
that
it a
movie
10.
3 times.
I gave it a 10. Really? You saw it 3 times?
I saw it 3 times, man.
With who?
My family, and then I forget. There's a actually it was the same family but 2 different instances. One with my sister, and then one collectively with the family when I was
Okay.
back up.
Okay.
My sister came down, we saw it then, and then I went up, we saw it then, and then we saw it the day it came out. So 2 family Fall Guy viewings and 1 movie night with the homies viewing. And dude, I'll be honest, it was fucking so much better the second time. It was
Wow.
It was noticeably better. Like if you want to rewatch that, I don't know if you've seen it more than once. Fucking definitely do it. It was so much better the second time.
I'm just waiting for it to come out on streaming. Just waiting.
Oh, it's not out yet, huh?
I don't think so. And
I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
So that was my number 1.
That was a good one.
My number 2 might be a little divisive. My number 2 is Civil War.
No, come on.
Number 2, Civil War. Civil War was just too good.
No.
It was too good. It was my second favorite.
Did you even think about that before you said it, or did you just impulsively say it?
I've been talking to people about it.
Why? That movie was like, it was okay. Wasn't like
amazing. It was just like
amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
What?
It was just like it just caught me. It's one of those movies that you walk out of the theater and you're just like, you got like kind of like chills. You're just like, whoa, this movie was like,
what?
Big. Yep.
Dude, when did this happen? When did you have this conclusion?
Right after I saw the movie. I saw the movie and I was like, whoa. I've told you that I loved the movie Civil War. It was so good.
What? We were like, yeah, it was good, but I didn't realize this was like a monumental movie for you.
Okay, you gotta watch it again. You gotta
what was it that because I don't remember you being like, whoa, that was sick. I remember us leaving and it was like thought provoking.
I just didn't have anything to say because my brain was still like recovering from the fucking crazy ass movie that we just saw.
So what was it about that movie that got you?
Well, for one, the character development was great. All the characters were like you actually cared about them. The other thing is that it was just like such a different take on war movies. It was just like
Mm.
it was so original, and the ending was insanely good. And usually when I'm watching a movie, I'm like okay, this might be like a 7 or an 8 depending on the ending. And then the ending came and I was just like, boom, 9. 9. It's got to be a 9.
Whoa, you gave it a 9?
Gave it a 9. Civil War.
No way.
Yep. Civil War.
This is
Not the Marvel
blowing my
one.
mind right now.
Yeah. It was incredible. I loved it. And I never thought
What?
Kirsten Dunst was hot before, and I saw her in that movie, no
All
makeup, just
right,
rough
now I'm
and
gonna lose
rugged.
it.
And I
Now
was
I'm gonna
like,
lose it.
wow. Wow, she's hot.
You literally just said you never thought Kirsten Dunst was hot. Dude,
I mean,
this is
I didn't.
Mary
It's
Jane,
not that I didn't think she was hot. I just didn't find her attractive to me.
bro. This is hurting my ears right now,
Like I could tell that she was hot, but like I just
dude. Like, what about Bring It On, Kirsten Dunst? Like,
yeah,
high
that's
school,
true.
just showing Kirsten Dunst, dude.
Yeah, but like she never like totally popped up on my radar until that movie, until Civil War. I was just like, wow, like
Dude,
get
she
in
was
there,
like,
authority, just
her
fucking
like
badass.
what's that movie, like the Virgin Suicides? I mean, dude, she's got some bangers, dude. She always has that bubbly personality too, which
Yeah,
makes her even hotter. I mean, my God, she's in that movie. Dude, she was on a fucking tear back in the 90s, 2000s.
yeah, she was
She
in it,
was like,
and
she was
she
a
was in
babe.
Interview with a Vampire, and she killed it.
Oh yeah,
She,
dude. But yeah, like 90s, 2000s, when she was like younger 20s or like whatever that was, dude, she was like Abraham Lincoln, dude.
yeah, just like kind of, I don't
Man,
know.
this just blows my mind that I didn't realize that Civil War was like your favorite movie. This is because to me, like Late Night with the Devil, I give that a nice, like
I gave
the
it a
fact that
9
you have it
also,
up
but
there,
I put Late Night at the Devil at 3, my number 3 for the year.
dude.
Um,
I would put personally
but they're
Civil War for
close.
me.
But they're close.
I'd give Civil War a 7 at best if I'm feeling generous.
That's
But
fine.
I still, if anything, I'm like, I'm shocked. I'm shocked, but I admire and respect your decision. Gotta go with it. I
Yeah,
mean, it also was hysterical that we're second row in IMAX, and I almost went deaf about 5 different times.
that was the
Maybe
nuts
the
part.
loudest soundtrack possible, and filled
Yeah.
with deep regret sitting that close to AR-15s going off for a whole
Oh, it was
hour and a
nuts.
half.
It was like literally like jump scares of
It
just
was
how
just
loud you just hear the pop. It was
I do think it was
it was
I like the
intense.
ending too. But you know what movie I watched like 2 or 3 days ago though?
What?
Is the Ex Machina or whatever, Machina or whatever.
Oh yeah. That's a great movie.
Same director. Now, if anything,
Really?
I'd give that a fucking absolute 9 for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that one gets a 9.
But I'm like, if any, like I know, like, dude, that movie's so good. When I
Now we're
rewatched
just talking
again,
about classics. We're just talking about
no,
classics
it's
now.
the only reason I bring it up is because it's the same director, the guy that did
Yeah,
Civil
that's
War.
crazy.
He did that one, so that's kind of like that's why I was like, as far as trying to gauge where I'd rank it, as far as like ratings, not that there's any like exact, you know, measuring system that we got here. I guess it's really all of Phil, but I'm like, I definitely think Ex Machina was better than Civil War, and I'm giving Ex Machina a 9.
Well,
But
okay.
I don't let that take away from your
No,
experience
no, no.
because it's valid. You
I
know.
think so. Here's like the way that I rate movies. I rate
Hmm.
movies differently based on the genre. So Ex Machina is like a sci-fi drama, right?
Yeah, we could
And
say that.
yeah, and it's like extremely smart, extremely original, crazy good. Um, but that's in the sci-fi category. And like if you put something
Yeah.
in the sci-fi category, I can rate it right away. You know? If you put something in the horror category, I can rate it right away. But
Mm.
if you put something in another genre that I normally don't care about, and then you have me watching the whole movie and you have me actually liking it, then you get points for that because I compare it across like the full genre, you know? Like
Mm.
even like Saving Private Ryan, for instance, I gave Saving Private Ryan an 8 because it's such a fantastic movie, but it was just kind of missing something. It's kind of missing something
Mm.
for me. Black Hawk Down was a 9. Um,
Well, let me throw this in the mix. Okay, you take away categorizing what it would be. Like, yeah, Ex Machina would be a sci-fi movie. But what about this? What if I throw this in the mix here? Is something that director does. I don't know his name right now. I wish we had it up. But that's okay. But one thing between those two movies that are similar, right, that kind of make it the same category is that it leaves you move or it when you leave the movie, you think to yourself that could definitely happen. Do you know what I mean? So like with
yeah,
Ex Machina, you're like, oh shit. It really it makes you think. You're like, this is actually not far fetched. So it's very thought provoking. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
both those movies, you're leaving it and you're like, oh shit, AI, that shit is coming, whether we like it or not, and this could definitely happen. And then also with Civil War, especially with what's going on right now, you're like, that could fucking definitely happen, you know?
oh
So
yeah,
it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like he makes these movies that are very thought provoking, where you're like, that could definitely go down. So
yep,
I know there's no robots or anything like that in Civil War, but it's the same kind of feeling where you leave and you're like, wow, that's possible.
yeah. Like
So I think that's interesting.
the U.S. dollar, people wouldn't even take it, and she had to use Canadian money, I think. Um,
Mm.
like water is such like a precious commodity, you know? Just getting water is extremely difficult. Um, and they're literally they're like war photographers, and they're literally taking a trip towards the Capitol to watch the president get assassinated. Like,
Crazy.
yeah, like think about it. That movie is insane, you know? And they're stopping at different places to see action. They're literally getting shot at. They're seeing people die. It's just, and then like they go to that place where there's like the whole mound of bodies, right? And
Oh yeah, that was a good scene. That was the best scene in the movie.
like uh, the whole movie is just one after one after one of just like fucking crazy shit happening.
Okay, so you'd give both those movies the same rating, Ex Machina and Civil War.
It's hard, but yeah, based on my rating system. But
Whoa.
you can't rate. You just can't use the same rating scale for different genres. Can't. It's too
Well,
difficult to compare. It's like comparing apples to oranges, right? Like you're comparing two completely different perspectives on art. And
I mean, there could be. I mean, it could still be Civil War, and there could be different things added that would make it the same ranking, in my personal opinion. I guess we'll come to terms with what our rankings are really at. It's more so. I mean, I guess we could like as we go like justify why we gave it that, but it's really like the way I view it too is it's kind of like eating food or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like there's all different kinds of food that are out there, but at the end of the day, 10 is just like the absolute. That's like a fucking masterpiece. And there is somewhat of like a measurement going into like these numbers out of 10. It's more so just like the quality of it. And I mean, we could be even more precise if we did like, let's say you're giving Civil War like a 9. You can give it like a 9.2 or something. You can give Ex Machina like a 9.5 or whatever,
Yeah,
whatever
if
have
I
you.
had to rate it like that, then Ex Machina would be like maybe a 9.7.
Yeah. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's,
And
we
then
could,
Civil War might be like an 87% if we
you
were
know what we
doing it
should
like
do?
that.
You know what we should do is next time we kick it, what we'll do, and we'll implement this in the series is this is like the birth of it right now, happening here live on Just Nailing It right
Just
now,
nailing it.
is we're gonna establish a rating system. Do you know what I mean? This way, when we start talking about it, we can have different subcategories that go with it. Do you know what I mean? Instead of being like having our own ranking system, we'll
Well,
go by the Just Nailing It.
well
We'll do it
here
out of.
here's the thing. Here's the thing is that I like the fact that we have different opinions on it because that gives us a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna continue to. I'm sure. I know for a fact that we will. But it would be cool if we had like, especially
Yeah,
for the podcast sake,
we can have like a rating, but
that'd be
it
sick.
yeah. But like all right. So here's the example I was thinking of in my mind. The food example was a good example, but I
The
think
which one?
I said the food example was a good example, but
Mm-hmm.
I have another example that I think is like a little bit more like comparable to movies. Is if if I were to ask you if you were to go to like the Louvre in France, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I were to ask you what are your, what sculptures do you rate, as like a 9 or a 10? And which paintings do you rate as a 9 or a 10? Well, that's going to be hard because so personally, I like sculptures better. So, it would be a lot easier for me to rate sculptures. And then, okay, so you look at all the sculptures and then you have to base what's like average for those sculptures. And then you're like, okay, this one is just great. Like the one David with his dick, with the small dick. Like that's just
Good dick.
great. He's got like a nice dick. And then you go to like the paintings. But when you go to the paintings, if you don't really like paintings, then you look at all the paintings and then maybe one painting really like really hits you and you're like, okay, I actually really like this painting. Okay, well that painting is going to be a 10 because
Mm-hmm.
you like that painting, and now you're going to rank now like someone else who's really big into paintings might be like, okay, that have you seen this one by Van Gogh? Have you seen this
Well,
one?
no, I get you. I get you. It all makes sense. I mean, at the end of the day, people like their own categories. I mean, it's not anything that's too complicated. I mean, shit, if you had somebody who's obsessed with drama movies and somebody that was obsessed with horror movies, obviously they're gonna have different, ratings. Mine's more like just like more basic, not to overcomplicate it. It's really just like, like you could say like 1 to 2 is considered like poor, like fundamentally like, like I don't know, like flawed in storytelling or characters or whatever. I mean, 3 to 4 could be like just mediocre, and there could be different takes on it, just Like some enjoyable moments, but not many. Pretty underwhelming. I mean, 5 to 6 could be decent. Solid.
I would just
Um,
say five is just average, and then
yeah,
I
yeah. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Decent. Like,
it's got to be average because it's the five.
yeah, dude. And then 7 to 8. Could be good. It's like well crafted in some aspects. With
Yeah,
standout elements. And then like 9 to 10 would just be, excellent, which is just like
yeah,
exceptional in storytelling, characters, technical aspects. Just like, do you know what I mean? Just kind of like that, where it's just like, and then you'd have like, your case for it. Why would be like in either of those categories, and obviously I get you though, like I get it with like the painting to like sculptures, obviously it's like real microscopic, but it's more so just on a broader scale,
yeah, and
It's like just a system that's like, that provides just like more nuanced like evaluation, um, and just like subtle distinctions between films. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
oh yeah. But
So
like I
I think it'll
rank.
be sick.
So here's like the one thing that goes across all my rankings. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that everything up to a six, like
Yeah.
everything. So everything after six, seven, eight, nine, 10 are movies that I would watch again. Anything below
Yeah.
seven are movies that I would not watch again
Ooh.
on my
Now
rankings.
that's interesting. That's really interesting because I really don't even remotely mean to try to be a contrarian because I get it, but I really liked Civil War, but I'll be honest, I don't know if I like maybe if I saw it on like HBO Max or Hulu, I'd be like, all right, I'd watch it again. But even though I really liked it and I'd give it, you know, 7 and up, I don't know if I would be like, dude, I need to rewatch that. I know you probably would, but do you know what I mean? All that to say, there might be some movies like like fucking like even Dune. Here's another good example. That was cool, but I know I'm not gonna be like, dude, I need to watch Dune 2 again. You
No,
know,
no. Yeah. I mean,
Civil War was way better than Dune 2, so these are maybe not the best examples. All I'm trying to say is, I like if you rewatch a movie, that's like fucking 8 and up, right?
seven and
That's
up for
like
me.
7 and up.
Yeah, because like I would say seven is good, eight is great, nine
Mm-hmm.
is excellent, 10 is phenomenal. Now,
Mm.
10 doesn't necessarily mean perfect. It doesn't mean perfect. It I mean, it means that it's flawless in my eyes and I wouldn't change anything about it. Now, there might be certain things that I look past that I just don't care about, but overall like it's just I mean, the hard thing for me when I rate movies is going back and looking at the movies I already rated and gave that rating to, you know? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard, but I try to make it so I don't have to shift them around. Like I looked at my IMDb, I have over 260 ratings right now. Um,
That's cool that you have that. I need to start hopping on that. Yo, so what? Okay, so not to get off the path here, but we're still kind of on it. We're just next to it. But what was the last movie that you can think of that you would give a 10 to, that you handed out that 10
um, the last movie in theaters or the last movie in general?
in general? Let's
Uh,
go with theaters. Let's go with theaters. What was the last 10 you
Fall
saw in
Guy.
theaters?
Fall Guy.
You gave Fall Guy a 10.
I gave Fall Guy a 10.
Oh,
it's not a category I would ever care about. Not a category I would ever care about, and yet I still
Damn,
absolutely
10.
loved it. Yep. Um, yeah. I mean, if I look, I'm looking at my tens right now, and for every one that I look at, I've got like a little feeling in me that like sparks up. Like I got a little
Damn,
something.
dude.
So, I
I
mean,
mean, I 10, bro. A
though I
10.
I would never, if you were to put that, like, take the genre of that movie, and you were to
Mm-hmm.
put it like in a genre and compare all the other movies that are in that genre, I probably wouldn't watch 95% of them, or I wouldn't like 95% of them. So I'm just not. I mean, it's kind of like action rom com, you know,
Mm-hmm. What
and
movie do you think was better? Fall Guy or The Departed?
Fall Guy.
Okay. Oh boy.
I mean, The Departed was great, but that, I mean, in that genre, I'm gonna have to give a 10 to Goodfellas.
Yeah, that's another classic for sure.
I don't think The Departed can compare to uh to
Don't you
Goodfellas.
say it. Dude, I
And
love The
I
Departed.
also I also I
Loved it.
I have a really really controversial one.
I don't
You
know.
ready
I'm
for this?
scared. I'm scared. This is too much happening
All
all at
right.
once right now.
All right. It's a real controversial one. Anyone that's going to watch this is probably going to like click
We
off the
might.
video.
It's very possible. I think we're rapidly losing fans right now.
So, I gave The Godfather an 8 out of 10.
That's okay. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay. Yeah, cuz that's like the number
It's
1 ranked
debatable.
movie of all time. That's the number
It
1.
is. It is. But it's also like I get you. It's more of I think it's just for what it was and the significance when it came out, you know. But it's changed now. I'm not too crazy about it either. There's fucking so many more movies that I prefer over Godfather. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I'll be honest with you.
So, what about Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Oh man,
What would you give that?
now we're just getting
What
full
would you give
ADHD
it?
right now.
What would you give it?
I just didn't like it. People are gonna hate
Oh
me for
yeah,
that one.
I remember actually. I watched it with you. It was like your third
It
time
hurt.
watching it.
It literally hurt. It was like like when you're on your phone all day and then your fucking eyes just hurt, man. Like, dude, like you'll be on your phone and for far too long throughout the day. This has happened to me a handful of times, many more, I'm sure, but noticeable times where I didn't realize how long I was on my phone, and then I'll like fucking hop in my car and like fucking street signs are blurry. My eyes just fucking hurt. That's what happened when I left that movie, man. It was like a montage. It was like just my fucking eyeballs just got fucking all the way fucked up. Dude, it
There's
was
a
like,
lot
yo,
going on in
have
that
you
movie.
have you ever seen Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah,
This is a deep cut, but do you remember that Blanca guy when he's captive and then they fucking put the screen over his face and he's seeing like 1,000 images?
I don't remember that, but I know who
Oh
Blanca
man, so
is.
this is how they turn him into Blanca is they, I guess, by showing him a montage of clips, he just goes fucking crazy.
What?
But yeah, if you watch it,
He turns green.
it, dude, it does something to his mind, but it shows what he's seeing, and it's like 1,000 clips a second. And that's how I felt watching it. It was just literally the title is what the movie is. So it's, no holds bar. It's fucking just, it was just too much for me. I get it. It was like this fucking everyone loved that movie, but I was just like, yeah, I'm never gonna watch that ever again because I might have a fucking stroke. I'm watching it strictly because it's a health concern. I'm
Yeah,
like,
there's a
it's a cool
lot going
movie,
on.
but I might not make it if I do it a second time. I might legit fucking lose my vision entirely.
I don't know. I
Or just
mean,
have a stroke.
so I would say that any movie that hits me like emotionally enough that I like tear up or cry, like I give a 10. Like any one of them. Like it's just
So you gave Inside Out 2 a 10?
no. That was actually an exception because I did tear up during that actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you saying that. So I'm like,
Well, just cuz it was like
that's a 10.
it hit on so many points that were so important for mental health. And what really got me was just like, wow, like they're they're actually creating movies now that teach kids this kind of stuff, you know? And I was like, I wish I knew this. I wish these movies existed when I grew up, you know?
It's
Um,
pretty cool. You know how I knew that? Is because I watched that podcast that you did on your own. That's how I knew that, bro.
oh,
See?
you watched it?
I'd
Hell
be paying
yeah.
attention, dog.
Hell yeah.
I
Thanks,
remember
man.
watching, I was like, damn, that movie hit Joe big time.
Yeah. I was it just
I didn't
hit
even
on
know
so
it.
many
Wish I
points.
glanced over.
Yeah.
It was good. My favorite part in that movie though was Lance. That guy was so fucking funny. The ninja dude.
Oh yeah, the ninja dude. It's like the
So funny.
PS1 ninja dude.
Whose special move is completely useless.
Yep.
Hysterical
Yeah.
concept.
That was funny.
Hysterical.
That was funny. And the only reason that she played him was because she thought he was hot.
Yeah. uh,
Oh, that was funny. But
yo, so speaking of things that are hot, dude, how about this Deadpool movie?
okay. Let's hit on
What are
Deadpool.
we're gonna Deadpool it, dude. What'd you think leaving Deadpool?
Well, first off, you know what was funny is that I actually named this podcast Deadpool uh is uh fourth wall too much.
So funny. I think we need to rename this as uh the Beef Bulge.
Yeah, we should.
All right.
I'll
We should
rename it
definitely
after.
Beef Bulge it. No, we'll keep it. It's all good. Um, but yeah, how'd you feel when you left?
So it it was a really good movie, but
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
After watching Mad Max and Dune, I'm just tired of people being in the desert. Tired of it. And on top of that, I thought that there was just too much fourth wall breaks. Like it was hard to stay immersed in the movie when they kept looking over and just like talking to the audience, like, every couple minutes. Like,
Yo, but if you think about it, what movie does that? There's no movie out there that does it. Isn't it kind of original though? I mean, they really
they
own that.
they did it really well in the first and second movie. And then in this movie, they just did it too much. They even had Wolverine do it too. And it was like, that's kind of Deadpool's thing from his comics too, is that he breaks the fourth wall. But which is cool. I like it. It just was like they overused it in my opinion. And
Dude, even with the desert part though, they even make that joke where they know how ridiculous that was, you know?
Yeah.
They make the joke that every movie, like literally what you said, like he when they go there, he literally calls out. He's like, "What in the Mad Max is going on?" And then he spitefully has like the cars come like with the amp just to completely fuck with the Mad Max franchise. Like it was so intentional that they put it in the
Oh yeah.
desert.
They said that they were gonna get like sued for IP or something. But
Yeah.
like that part is really cool because that part was like right at the beginning of when they were at the desert. But I didn't know
Mhm.
that like 70% of the movie was going to be in the desert, you know?
Would
Like
we? Is that safe to say? I think like because let's think about it. So they have like so he's like dealing cars. He's like in his own city. He's like mingling with his friends. There's that, and then they're like at the headquarters. They're in the woods at the opening. Towards the end, it gets back. It's like we're on hills. They kind of go around. There was a good chunk that was there.
when they were going through the forest and all that in the car at the end,
Hmm.
they were still in the desert zone. Remember? They
Yeah.
got the car from like the whatever his name, the nice Ryan Reynolds guy who
Hmm.
he didn't have. That was funny. That when he
That
was
was
like
just that was hysterical.
regeneration,
So,
regeneration.
oh my god. So, dude, and then he's the human shield at the end,
That
and
was the
he's like,
best part of the
why did
movie.
we stop? Why did we stop moving? Dude, it was oh my god, dude. So okay, you take out the desert. Let's just go ahead. Let's take that out of this review here and take the desert out. Then where you at?
I'd say great movie.
Okay, so just take out the desert and it's great.
Take out, or at least minimize the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Minimize it a little bit.
Could that be so funny if you just like met with Sean Levy, the director, and he's like, "What'd you think?" And you're just like, "Dude, it was really great, but could have used a lot less desert."
Yeah, I would tell him for
You know,
sure. For sure.
that would just be the funniest conversation. Just be like, "Yeah, it was really good and stuff, but there was just
Too much desert.
too much desert
Yeah.
going on. Just could have used less desert."
And like
Um,
the yeah, I mean that like girl character with the shaped head, that was like the boss of everything.
Xavier's evil twin sister.
Yeah, she was like
She's a
so
real character. I
powerful.
didn't know that till
So
after.
powerful.
Dude, I went on Google and I typed in. This is like a real nerdy thing to say, but fuck it. I typed in like just because I was curious, the most powerful MCU villains, right? So Marvel villains,
Yeah.
and she's ranked in top 5, like with all of them. I was like,
Wow.
no shit. I didn't even know she was a real fucking character. So I thought that was pretty cool.
What, like, I think
Um,
number one is like Galactus or something like that. I don't know what his
no,
name is.
dude, no, it's this. It's like it's not even like an entity. It's like a dude. It's literally like some dude who controls all the time. That's like the biggest one. He's like in charge of time, and I forget the word. It was like, dude, it was like a brand new word. I was like, what the fuck? That I didn't even know that that was a thing.
Well, there's like the Watchers or something like that. That there's multiple of them. But the one, all right. There's like when you get to the top five,
Oh,
they're
dude,
like
dude,
immortal and not even human, shit like that.
dude. This side. Yo, so the guy who's like the strongest one, I forget his name, but his power is omnitemporality. You ever heard of that? Omnitemporality? It refers to the state of being beyond time, having existence or present throughout all the time, past, present, and future. Um,
Okay, we're gonna look at the most powerful of all. I don't think it's ranked. Uh,
dude, if you type it in, type in rank, type in top 10.
this dude, Dormammu. Okay. 40 most. Okay, this is ranked. So let's just start at number 1. I hate going through like.
Oh, this is it. Yo, this is literally the same thing. This is it. Go to number 1. That's so sick that you pulled up the same thing that I went to. This is perfect. Yeah, hit continue at the bottom. It says continue.
Where?
Keep going. Right there. Oh, wait, no, that says comics. That's it, though. That's the one that I was on. Maybe refresh it.
Maybe you gotta like pay. Oh, here. No, never mind. I'll try refreshing it. Maybe you gotta pay money.
No, this one works. I'm telling you.
All the way down to 1? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it absolutely does. I literally was just on it like yesterday. Yeah, so look at this. It's the Enigma. And his,
What's so
look at that.
powerful?
Temporality. That's his thing. He's like, it doesn't even show him. He just is. He's
What
like
do
God.
these comic characters say? My God, what are we looking at? A translation to what our minds can hold. Something vast coming for our reality. A crown above all things. Okay.
Hysterical. They're like, dude, let's just really fuck it up, and we're not even gonna have this thing be identical. Fucking alright. Yo, highlight the what the fuck is his name? Highlight the Enigma and then type that in Google Images.
This guy.
Does he pop up?
This is Enigma. It looks like. Enigma. You remember I had that Marvel book before? Of all the characters?
Oh yeah. Wait, who does it say? What world is he a part of? It should say right there. No, it's not in there.
I don't know. But here's his powers.
Omnitemporality. That's just a crazy fucking word.
Oh, look at this. Human fear and paranoia. This guy's an introvert. Look, you see? Oh, come on.
That's his weakness.
He fears others and machines.
Yeah. Does horrendous at parties and social gatherings.
Imagine being like omnitemporary and being everywhere at once, but hating being around things.
Just gets really nervous around people. Just, I don't know. They'll like me.
That's a pretty big weakness. I don't know.
I'll go next week. I don't.
Yeah.
This week's tough for me. I got this thing. Coming up.
Okay, he's in the universe of the Beyonders.
Never even fucking heard of the Beyonders.
Outside the multiverse. The Molecule Men. Dr. Doom. So Dr. Doom is in the same universe as Fantastic Four. Let's see how powerful Dr. Doom is.
Dude, he's had fucking Robert Downey Jr. He signed up for 2 massive movies. Did you see that? You missed it, didn't you? Because you're not on like social media. You know what's going on, right?
No.
Holy shit. Okay, go to YouTube. And quick correction. I said identical and the word was identifiable. Just quick correction for my own OCD. Type in Dr. Doom Robert Downey Jr. You don't even know what's going on, bro. There was a huge announcement at Comic-Con. There it is. It was at Comic-Con.
Talk about a Marvel shocker heard across the multiverse. New mask.
Nice.
There he is. Isn't that crazy, bro?
When is this coming out?
Dude, so get this. Okay, so do you remember the last Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Okay, they have the king, right?
The last Ant-Man was awful.
I know, but follow me here real quick. You remember the villain? He was like king, okay? And it was, so I forget the guy who plays him, but he got into some trouble. There was like, he got in deep shit. There was some cases that were going on. I don't know the exact gist of the case, but because of that, they canceled him. He was supposed to star in the new Avengers movies.
Okay.
But since he got into trouble, they fired him and they replaced him with Doctor Doom and hired Robert Downey Jr. to play Doctor Doom. And this just happened. It's nuts, dude. And they got the Russo brothers back. So they didn't know who the fuck was going to direct the next two Avengers. And they got the motherfuckers that directed Avengers to come back to sign on for two more. And the budget is like $500 million. Oh, they directed all the Avengers, the Russo brothers.
Wow.
They did all of them, and everyone thought it was done. And so this Majors guy who gets in trouble gets fired, and then MCU was like, you know what? We've been dropping the ball because they've been having some stinkers. That's why Deadpool was joking about it, where he was like, listen, it's been a long fucking time. There's been some real shitty MCU
Madam
movies.
Web was really good.
Out. Huh?
Madam Web was really good.
Classic. Classic. Maybe the best. So they're Marvel's just like, fuck this. Let's go back to the fucking recipe that works. Let's give the people the shit that they want, dude. And they want Robert Downey Jr. and Russo brothers. So it's pretty fucking nuts, man, that the Avengers are coming back and then Iron Man's dead, but Robert Downey Jr. is living forever as Doctor Doom.
Yep.
Who
is just nailing it.
He's gonna be a villain now. Pretty fucking sick.
Okay, so I need you to tell me, are there any Marvel movies that you would give a 10?
Yes.
Which
there
one?
Absolutely is. And I'm just a confident 10, dude.
Can I guess?
Yo, if you guess, bro, next time we go to Twin Dragons, I'm paying. You get one chance.
Shit.
You get one guess.
I mean, if it's not this movie, then you need to explain. All right?
Okay.
Infinity War.
No, not at all.
No.
Mm-mm. It's a good one. Do I give that a 10? Nope. I liked Infinity War. But that just means that now you're buying Twin Dragons.
I think you literally, Infinity War is your 10, but you changed it because you don't want to pay.
No, I would never do that. I would never, ever do that. I liked Endgame. Well, actually, no. Infinity War, that's the one where they all die, right?
Yeah.
That was good. I did like that. That was pretty crazy. No,
insane.
but the perfect 10 that came to mind right away. Let me I want to know the year just so I can tell you exactly when. And you're gonna be like, oh shit. All right, for me, the perfect 10.
Blade.
Yep. How'd you know, bro? 1998. Blade. I fucking love that. I'm gonna watch that movie tonight. That movie,
dude.
I fucking love that movie.
All right, well,
dude, the opening scene when they go to the club, dude. When I saw that when I was younger, that movie made such an impact on me, dude. I remember it was like one of the first R movies I got to go see. About 98, dude. So I was 8 or 9 or some shit like that. I remember I got to see my first R movie And dude, I remember like, dude, I like was scared like as a kid, like,
Yeah.
and so that like kind of sticks with me. Like, fucking, dude, when he gets lured into the nightclub that's like behind the meat locker, that's like the craziest shit, dude. And the music's fucking pumping, dude. Bro,
Yeah.
that shit's fucking hard, dude. And then fucking Wesley Snipes just comes in there taking names, bro. That shit was hard. The whole movie, like there's no boring part in that movie. The whole thing, it's fucking sick. I think I'm giving that a 10 for Marvel purposes. Yeah, I'm about to watch that movie tonight, man. I'm pumped. I want to go slay some fucking vampires right now. I want to go get a trench coat and a samurai sword.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think I can see where you're coming from. I wouldn't give it that review, but
Bro, that's a banger.
I'd
And
say
then
all right,
just
a surprising 9 out of 10.
okay, yeah, that's hey,
Surprising. You ready? No. I'm not giving Blade a 9 out of 10. I need to watch, like, for me,
rewatch it.
I need to be fresh off watching the movie and be fully like paying attention to be able to rate it. Like A Quiet Place, day 1, for instance, I fell asleep during it, and I don't know if I fell asleep during it because I was bored, but that's why I need to rewatch it. I can't rate a movie based on me falling asleep during it because then I
No.
missed it, you know?
Wait, you fell asleep during the first one?
During Quiet Place day 1 with the cat.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I fell asleep too. That was god awful. But which one were you gonna give a 9 out of 10?
All right. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Have you seen it?
Is that the one right before the last Ant-Man?
Yeah. It's
I've seen it, but I need to rewatch it. I've only seen it one time, but I can't tell you one scene from that movie.
Insane action. It's insane.
Really?
Yeah, like I mean, they're fighting and going from like small to big, and like they're like Ant-Man or the Wasp, I forget, literally takes like a salt shaker and expands it when he throws it at someone. And the girl in it, who's smoking hot, there's Lawrence Fishburne's in it, and then there's the girl. So you got Morpheus in there, and then you got.
Did you
girl.
say Lawrence Fishburne is smoking hot?
Yeah, I did. Well, I did say that the girl was smoking hot. Then I switched to Lawrence Fishburne, so maybe that was like subconscious me saying Lawrence Fishburne's really hot. I mean,
Well, maybe just had a thing for Morpheus, you know?
I watched The Matrix like 2 nights ago, and I was like, damn, like him sitting in that chair, and then Agent Smith's like, I can taste your stink, and he like rubs his finger on his face. I was like, damn, I wish that was me.
You wish you were
Agent Smith
having your
rubbing.
stink smelt out?
Yep. But
all right, let's see here. Let's see. MCU movies ranked. Yeah, so this is a credible source here that I'm getting this from, just real quick. So they are saying that the number one. Nah, this is stupid. They're saying the best superhero movie or Marvel movie of all time is the very first Avengers.
no.
No way. And then number 2 is Endgame. Number 3 is Winter Soldier. Number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy. 5. This list sucks.
Yeah.
Fucking donkey dicks, dude.
Yeah, that's a bad list.
This is, dude, and this is from Joe Blow. This is a website I keep it very
you've
high
gone
regard.
to Joe Blow and you've told me some highly rated ones that were stinkers. I think In a Violent Nature was one of them that you were like, oh
Yeah,
my God, I got like a
I'm starting to
90
question them.
something.
I'm really starting to question this whoever's publishing these reviews now. It used to, dude, I'm telling you, this site is like the only one that's been around. It's been around since '98, dude. This was
Yeah.
they got new fucking
It's
writers.
like an IGN. Like an IGN.
Something's changing. Because I agree. There's been times where I forget which one. I feel like the last couple times. Here, you know what? I'll fucking check on my phone actually, because the AMC ones. But where it said, oh fuck, dude, it gave the fucking the Austin Butler, Tom Hardy fucking motorcycle one. It said that one was amazing. That movie sucked assholes.
Yeah, that movie was painful.
It gave it an 8 out of 10. I was like, what now? Okay, Joe Blow, just fucking not nailing it, Joe Blow.
Not nailing that. No, that's
We can't
that's
use
a
it.
that's a red flag.
That's a red flag. It's been banned. Joe Blow's been banned.
Joe Blow has officially been banned.
It's
All
just.
right, you ready for this? You
Is
want
this the
them?
salt? Is this the salt shaker
I
in
think
action?
so. Yeah. Let's see.
You just need someone watching your back. Like a partner.
Whoa, she's pretty smoking.
Yeah.
Hold on. You gave her wings and blasters. So I take it you didn't have that tech available for me. No, I did.
It's like really funny. And then
Thanks to you.
let's see, who's the girl in it? Like not the main one.
Isn't she in
There's-
all of them? Isn't she like
So,
the?
how long have you been
She's the
angry
wasp.
for?
She's like the Robin, right?
I don't know. There he is.
My record?
There he is.
21 feet. You?
There he is.
65 feet.
It's your boy.
All right. I'm gonna have to look.
Yo, real quick, since we're talking about Lawrence Fishburne, just type in YouTube. You gotta trust me on this. Are you ready? We have to do this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Joe,
What?
type in search before you play this. Hold up. Type in. Oh Jesus.
Type in what?
Type in OH
Okay.
space AND ITS. You gotta take out Andy.
Andy, take it out.
Yeah. Then after it's type in shaved.
Oh, and it's shaved. Oh my
right.
god.
Bro, you got so that's Lawrence Fishburne's daughter, bro.
No.
And that song is a banger, dude. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, my roommate back in the day, dude. This is back in like 2011. This song was super viral because Lawrence Fishburne's daughter is a porn star.
No
and so
way.
Yeah, it's nuts. And so the guy that's rapping in there, he was a porn star too, and he tried to have a rapping career, and he had one. That one song was the only one that caught. But dude, it was like one of the first videos for World Star to go viral. But it's just the funniest song, dude. Like I wish he played it because it's so funny. It's like the most ridiculous song. But every time I think of Lawrence Fishburne, I think about that song.
So you
This song
don't think
is
about the
literally-
Matrix. You
I
don't
think about the Matrix second, and first is Oh and It's Shaved.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to watch it later.
Please watch
Oh,
Oh and
and
It's
it's
Shaved.
shaved. Oh my god. That's
The first official
like-
Brian Pumper plug.
I like how when
Oh
you were
and It's
telling me
Shaved.
you were telling me to type it in and you were telling me like word by word when you could have just said oh and it's shaved.
I could have, but what's so fun? That's literally the hook. But when you say
Yeah.
those words together, it doesn't sound like those words. Like had I just said, "Yo, type in O and It's Shaved," you'd be like, "How do I spell that?" Oh, and
Yeah.
it shaved. It's so fun, dude, and it's the catchiest hook ever because it's literally him just saying, "Oh, and it shaved."
Wow. I wonder if
Oh,
he's
and it
been.
shaved. Yeah. No, that's bro, I can't believe that's a real moment in life. Oh, and it shaved. Oh, and it shaved.
Lawrence Fishburne thought the tragic life.
Oh, damn! Why they gotta word it That's bad. They're just putting that negative connotation right on
Lawrence
top of that.
Fishburne on daughter's wild behavior. Might have to like check this out real quick.
Oh, we are getting sidetracked hard. Oh, God! Look at Lawrence.
The bro mitzvahs.
As best as I can, as gracefully as I can, with as much patience and love as
Look
I
at this poise right now. My God.
Kids in this era,
Yeah.
there's so much
He
media
probably
and
hates
social
this
media
question,
and
but
talking and things like that.
Yeah, of course, it's different from when I grew up.
How do you approach it differently?
Well, I don't know. It just happened. I mean, it just, the world changed and here it is, and you just sort of have to keep up, There's no roadmap.
I know recently your daughter was in the news. Is that difficult sometimes?
No,
no, I can't believe we're doing this.
Oh, so you kind of just got the blinders on.
heard. I try not to talk about my personal life.
Ah,
It's
dude,
tough, man.
he's so
His daughter's a porn
smooth.
star. So smooth with it.
So smooth.
That was actually wow.
People need to
fucking
take a
Morpheus.
note on that.
That was
Lawrence
incredible.
Fishburne, fucking smooth with a porn star daughter. Just
Straight up porn star daughter, dude.
Just like, you know what? I don't talk about my personal life.
That's right.
That's
That's a lot. That's a lot for Morpheus's daughter.
That's how you stay. That's how you become a Nicole Kidman making $25 million for the AMC beginning of the movies. That's how you become one. That's
the identical journey. Fishburne and Nicole Kidman, identical. Siamese twins.
Yeah.
Oh, and it shaved.
Oh, and it shaved. Here, look at this.
Oh, and it
I
shaved.
think she's so hot.
Is this Ant-Man?
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Maybe I haven't seen this movie. I don't recognize any of these scenes.
Yeah, she just so beautiful.
Ghost powers.
Yeah, so she's just really, really, really cool in that movie.
I turn everything into a joke, but I care.
This is so good.
For something important.
I'd go see this again in a heartbeat.
Dude, we should watch it in 3D.
I waited a long time for this team up.
Dude, we should have gone tonight, dude.
We could have.
In my world, you're well regarded. You were an X-Man. Fuck that, you were the X-Man.
The X-Man.
Wolverine. He's a hero in my world. Yeah, well, he ain't shit in mine.
Yo, here's a little hot take. You ready?
Yeah.
But I couldn't have him think
Okay,
I wanted to be.
so, dude, after watching this movie, what would you say the fucking plot of this movie even was?
It's right here in this picture. And I have no idea how to save it alone.
I'd say
You!
Are we just watching this whole trailer?
Well, Deadpool. All right, so I'd say the plot of the movie was Deadpool is trying to recover his life and he's trying to get back with his girl, and then the like timekeepers bring him in, say that they're shutting down his timeline. He goes on the offensive and basically takes control, tries to get Wolverine with him so that they can save his universe from being destroyed.
And he's like, this cannot happen without Wolverine.
That's one thing that I didn't really understand. I didn't get
You know
like,
what I mean? That's where it was like, you just got to kind of accept that this is. That's why it was cracking me up with the wall thing that you're talking about, is because they know it's ridiculous. They had to find a way to make it work. So there's a lot of moment they were calling out their ridiculousness. You know what I mean?
yeah, but I think sometimes you just got to go with it. Like you
You
can't
just do. You just
can't
got to go
say
with it.
you can't say a joke and then halfway through be like, "Yeah, this is a joke." You know?
Yeah. No, that's kind of because that's why I was like, little hot take there, because it's like I left it being like there were so many funny moments and scenes in that aren't crucial to like the plot. You know what I mean? It's more like
Yeah.
funny exchanges and like delivery and just like joke setups and all that. To where it's like when you look back on it, it's really just fucking Deadpool and Wolverine just wanting something and just doing whatever to get it, you know, which is essentially pretty much every movie. So you just gotta, you know what I mean?
Just
I was really like, the
fighting.
one takeaway was like, I guess at the end is trying to get the girl back, which you knew he was going to. So, but it's just pretty funny when you think about it. It's like, what was really even the plot? What were they really trying to do? There's many ways to skin the cat, you know?
Yeah, I just didn't understand why they needed Wolverine. And maybe I was missing something cuz they mentioned like that he was dead in their world or something and he had to find the right one.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how he picked the right, like how do you know that the little short Wolverine wasn't the right one, you know? Like
Yeah,
he was like getting
exactly.
in there, you know? Um and then
Little Wolverine was so funny.
yeah, I mean, the scenes like the thing I like about Deadpool is that he's like he's I think he's like maybe like bisexual because
Deadpool?
yeah. I mean, think about it. He's just like he was just I mean, I was staring at Wolverine's abs and he was staring at Wolverine's abs like hardcore. And you know, I'm like, oh shit, like Hugh
Dude,
Jackman.
I was talking with my friend, and she kind of brought that up. She's like, what is it with like straight guys who like really push the gay comedy? And it's more, you know, I get where you come from. I'm sure if people didn't understand it, they might think the same thing, but he's just being just ridiculous, you know? He's just being just over the top
I
with
mean,
like,
what if he just started making
or
out
maybe
with
he just,
Wolverine?
hey, he might have, dude. I mean,
What would
shit.
you have done?
I mean, if you see like the press tour that they've been having, I mean, those guys have been inseparable. It's been kind of obnoxious. I'm not gonna lie, and we're like,
Yeah,
okay, we get it. You guys are BFFs and probably boning on the side. So who knows? Maybe there is
that's dope.
maybe there is some intense bromance.
They're both like incredible actors. And I mean, they did an incredible job in Deadpool. Like Deadpool was a great movie and it like hurts me to criticize it like this, but I
Just
just
the
have
desert.
I just have to say it just like so that you know if anyone like watches this movie or this podcast then maybe you know like maybe they'll agree and or disagree and it'll at least get maybe that conversation going that too much desert, too much fourth wall.
Someone's gonna listen and be like, "Oh my god, he's right. There was this fucking
Yeah.
what's going on with the desert, man? Fuck, it was a great movie, but I mean, can we just get less desert?
Yeah.
Jesus,
Just tone it down. Desert, man. Yeah,
fucking
it wasn't
desert,
70% of the movie, but it was definitely about 50%.
dude. Next time we go there, we're gonna when we rewatch it in 3D. I'm gonna bring a stopwatch, and every time we get desert, I'm gonna time the desert.
All right. That would be a great idea.
I'm gonna time the amount of desert, and then we'll check back for the next episode, and we'll pass on the info on the desert running time.
Here,
What is this?
ChatGPT.
No.
How much
If this
desert
does it,
is in Deadpool and Wolverine? How much desert?
you should
Let's see.
say time. You should specify. You should say time though.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what it would say. How much runtime is Deadpool and Wolverine movie in the desert? Come on, man. What the fuck?
Less than 5 minutes.
That's
what it says.
No,
Oh,
that's
that's
in the
2016.
first movie. It actually gives you the amount of runtime for the dead
Sick.
0 minute, 15 to 20 minutes, and I want to know about Deadpool and Wolverine, the movie that came out in 2024. Oh, it's remembering. It doesn't say it.
That was a long movie though. It's 127. It was 2 hours. Okay, that's not that bad. Felt like 3, but
Yeah. I mean, whenever you're in the desert, man, it feels way longer.
you just lose.
Feels longer.
There's no concept of time.
Let's see what people have to say online. Deadpool and Wolverine, too much desert.
I can confidently say, I guarantee you that you're the that take. I will
It might
bet
be.
my left nut.
There's right here the TikTok video. I don't know, man. It's kind of like how I am with video games. Like in certain video games, I really love them, and it's mainly because they have really cool worlds and all that. But if you throw me in like a post-apocalyptic like desert with nothing, then
Well, like
it's
what
rough.
would have been like if you think about it? What like it's literally the only reason why is because you need a vast space to facilitate what's going on. You know what I mean? So they needed just an area. I bet you there was just no actual in-depth thought other than just, hey, what's like a place, that has a lot of space. I mean, you could have done, I guess, like an Arctic vibe, but that wouldn't have made much sense, There's that, or the
Man,
desert,
there's
or
a
like
lot.
a jungle, or the jungle. But
The jungle would have
that's
been great.
fucking. I know, but you got branches and trees and shit's in the fucking way. That's terrible for the cameraman, and that's probably
Well,
just an asshole.
think about in Furiosa, the difference between when they were in the jungle area versus when they were in the desert.
Huh?
Think about in Furiosa, like the beginning when they're in like the jungle area and compared to
Yeah.
the rest of the movie in the desert. Like,
So you're saying they should have had like a functioning civilization where all this goes down, and they
should have.
there's like
All I'm saying is that they should have switched up the scenery a little bit. And when you're in the desert, it's a little bit difficult to switch up the scenery because it's a fucking desert. Like,
so if anyone has some desert phobias, this Deadpool movie is not for you. I'm telling you right now, if you have a terrible fear of sand and vast space, do not see Deadpool.
Yep. I would agree. But I did like how they put in like the time police, because I think the time police were introduced during Loki, and I'm
It's
not
pretty
sure
funny.
though, but they're cool as fuck, dude. They have those batons that just completely like obliterate you.
The time police, son.
Yeah. They're just nuts. But yeah, I mean, Deadpool was fucking really funny. It was a really good movie. Uh, I would highly recommend.
Highly recommend. Was laughing the entire time.
Yeah.
And delivery just fucking just on point. Sometimes Ryan Reynolds could be a little Ryan Reynoldsy, at least in his interview, especially recently. I feel like somehow he's just up the Ryan Reynolds, but in this movie, man, he fucking nails it, dude.
Yeah.
There's so many one-liners. And
Booty smacking.
dude, it's been a long time since I actually like laughed so hard that I started crying. It had been such a long time, and this movie got that done.
Yeah. It was really, really funny. Definitely hit on, like, for me, that's another reason why, like, comedies, just straight up comedies, I'm not a fan of, because like
What?
I'm like
You got some hot takes in that, Joe.
I'm just not that big of a fan of comedies, because it's almost like I don't know when to laugh, and I just laugh like because other people are laughing around me.
Really?
Yeah, like
What an honest perspective.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of comedy. Like I like more like witty comedies. The comedy that I hate the worst is slapstick. You know?
What, like Naked Gun or like
No, Naked Gun. Well, no, Naked
Airplane?
Gun's really no. Naked Gun and Airplane are classics.
They're classics, but that's slapstick humor.
I'd say like slapstick humor is more like, what is it? The Three Stooges.
Oh, that's you're going far back now. That's
But like, any movie that's kind of like that. That's kind of like the person getting like hit, smacked around, and like making goofy noises. Like boing boing. I just don't. Like movies like. I'm trying to think. I mean, a lot of Adam Sandler movies are like that. I just don't.
yeah. Dude, comedy's an interesting thing, man. There's not. I feel like the fucking like laughter is the best medicine, man. Like it's interesting. I don't dissect them too much, but there's just certain movies where like if it makes me laugh, it's a hard feeling to beat. So I like a good laugh. I like a solid fucking laugh. I mean, but yeah, there's all different types of humor though. There really is. And yeah, if you like really hone in and like just kind of, instead of like it's almost like that one saying where it's like shit, what is it? I'm fucking blank on it. It's like don't like when you're listening, like don't listen to like react, like listen to respond kind of thing, instead of it just being like, oh, everyone's laughing, I need to laugh. It's like if you really invest yourself into like listen to what the person's saying and you go about it that way and like you really immerse yourself in what's happening, then dude, you'll fucking laugh. You know what I mean? Like you take the audience away. There's so many of those scenes in Deadpool.
Yeah.
Where like dude, it was just me in the theater. Like there were certain moments, there were certain lines that I didn't expect, and then when you register what the fuck he said, dude, and like how it applies to like what just happened like 2 seconds ago, then it literally will like loop, dude. Like the Taylor scene, Or like
Yeah.
in my mind, he's
that
getting
was-
slapped in the ass so many fucking times.
Yeah.
And
That
then
would
you
be great in
start
3D.
then you start saying to yourself, you're like, okay, this is just an excessive amount of ass slaps.
Yeah.
And then the first thing he mentions is the ass slaps and that the tailor is a predator. Then it makes you like go back to how many ass slaps were there. It just, you know what I mean? Then I start
Yeah.
like just looping it and it gets funnier and fucking funnier.
But like,
So it, you know,
here's the thing is that Deadpool is an action comedy. And so the thing is that like since it's not just a comedy, it's an action comedy, then when the funny scenes happen, it's like a little bit more unexpected, you know? Like
yeah.
just straight up comedy to me is just it's kind of forced, you know?
Mm.
It's tough. I'm a tough audience when it comes to comedy. Like a movie that I thought was really funny was American Fiction.
I remember you talked about this. You love that movie. I haven't seen it. Dude, you know what's an interesting take though with fucking comedy though is it's like and I'm like this is cool that we're kind of dissecting it because I'm kind of having these realizations. What makes comedy comedy? And I think I can kind of pinpoint it down a little bit too. Is that like each fucking comedy movie, like whether it's slapstick, dry, witty, whatever, you also take into consideration the actor that's playing the character, right? So there's like fucking I watched Rush Hour 2. Like it was on TV and I go into it and I'm like I know Chris Tucker's going to he's like himself, but in this
Yeah.
movie, he's like his character and it's like it makes that fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? It's like Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool, like his character like makes certain lines in his delivery fucking hilarious.
Like Nicolas
Live is-
Cage. Nicolas Cage is hilarious just for being Nicolas Cage. But if he
Yeah,
tries to be
there's-
hilarious, then he's not, you know?
Yeah, there is just like their own like uniqueness to it, and then you put in like some humor or overacting in Nick Cage's circumstance. It just makes it interesting, man. It makes it
Yeah.
easier to like be like, okay, I kind of know this person's flow. I kind of know this person's humor, and so then you're like waiting for like the next line, which makes it a subconsciously like even just a better viewing.
Yeah, you know what movie was so good was Tropic Thunder.
Oh my god!
That
Don't even get me
was
started.
so funny.
Don't-
But see,
Ben
that's
Stiller's.
like
oh
it's also got action in it too, you know?
yeah, that's yeah.
But it's hilarious. I love like
Oh.
the opening trailers.
That was so good with
Robert
the
Downey
booty.
Jr. with being a priest.
Oh my god!
And was it Tobey Maguire? And they're like holding hands. And it's
Yeah.
like the forbidden.
It's Satan's Alley. That's what it's
Yeah,
called.
Satan's
Satan's
Alley.
Alley.
Oh my god, that was so,
So
good.
fucking funny.
Yeah,
The fucking booty sweat, or like, or what was it? It was like Scorcher or something like that. Scorcher 5. Who left the fridge open? Dude, Ben Stiller is. He takes the best. He takes the biggest swings, man. That's another
Yeah.
perfect example. That guy.
dodgeball.
You know what I'm saying?
Dodgeball's great.
Think about it with dodgeball. How, dude, White Goodman is the most insane character I think ever. If you rewatch that movie, the fact that he committed so hard to that character is the funniest part.
Oh yeah. Yep. And then even in like I think in the Cable Guy, I think he directed the Cable Guy maybe.
Yeah, he
And
did.
He he was in the movie, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's during the. He's one of the brothers that kills his other brother.
He's the twin brother that
He's a
kills
twin
his brother,
brother.
and it's just in the TV on the background. Ben
Dude,
Stiller
and
is
even
just
those
hilarious.
things, he's so funny.
Yeah,
Or like the when he's talking to the judge when it goes back and forth and like they play the voicemail, like he calls it in and he's like, I think he was Asian or something, but I'm pretty sure he was Asian. Bro, there is Fucking Ben Stiller, man. Shout out to Ben Stiller for all the laughs. That guy's fucking so funny, man.
Should we just end it on Ben Stiller?
Dude, it's a good fucking way to end. Good old Ben.
We'll
It's the
dedicate
way to
this
end.
podcast to Ben Stiller.
Just for all those swings.
Ben Stiller.
And the funniest Tom Cruise impression this planet has ever seen. Tell me you've seen that.
And what? Is it like an interview?
Oh my God. Now we got to end. On YouTube, just real quick, just type in Ben Stiller and Tom Cruise. This is the perfect way to end. I am so stoked that you haven't seen this. So watch the whole thing when you can, but just watch this one.
Yeah. You want something? No, I'm good, Tom. All right, okay. I'm good. All right, all right, okay. We've worked together for so long now. It's almost like, I don't know, it's kind of like we almost finish each other's sentences, kind of.
I mean, I don't think we've ever finished each other's
sentences.
Tom Cruise is loving it.
He's loving it.
Is loving it.
Whoa, after this though, watch the whole thing because it's the funniest parody. It's like 6 minutes, but he just does such a good Tom Cruise impression. It is so funny.
Look
But
how
all right.
fake this picture is, real quick.
There's just
That's fake.
what's going on. Too much happening there.
I'm gonna watch this
Too much.
right when we get off.
Yeah, we'll save that
Yeah.
for after.
And then we'll have our next podcast. We're going to be talking about Trap too, because we're going to watch that. Yeah.
We are gonna fucking go all in on Trap
Yeah.
and the resurgence of Josh Hartnett,
Yep.
which has
Well,
been cool.
Josh Hartnett was working in like Japan for a bunch of years, doing movies over there, I think.
Oh damn, I didn't know that. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was MIA for a little bit, but yeah, next time we do an episode, we will have the Trap review.
Yeah.
You
You know what's
know
crazy?
why?
Is that we know her daughter
Who?
right here. We know her daughter.
Who is that? Who's your daughter?
Married to Ewan McGregor.
I didn't know. Very cool.
All right.
All right. Well, you
let's
know
end
what?
it.
You know why we're gonna do another podcast, Joe?
Why?
Because we're just
Just
nailing
nailing
it.
Just nailing.
Just nailing super hard.
Yeah.
All right,
right,
there,
cool.
Joe. Till
All
next
right.
time. Good sir.
This is Just Nailing It signing off. Thank you, everyone who
Signing off.
watched, and
Thank
we
you.
will
Thank you.
check you all later.
That's right.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.